In the rapidly changing world we live in, one thing remains the same. Paying for college still requires a lot of planning, saving, and usually a little help to cover it all. But you don't have to do it alone. That's where MEFA, your Massachusetts Educational Financing Authority, is here to help you with loans to fit your needs. No matter what comes next in your educational journey, we'll help you find a loan that is right for you. Apply today at MEFA.org.
This edition of The DV Show is sponsored by Total Media Tracks. Heighten the impact of your visuals with affordable music. Subscribe for as little as $12 per month or pay as you go. Visit TotalMediaTracks.com. Use code TheDVShow10 for 10% off all licenses.
Can artificial intelligence fully replace human video production like editing, camera, and music? Let's talk about it on this edition of The DV Show.
Podcasting the ins and outs of digital video. Digital video. This is The DV Show. The DV Show.
Artificial intelligence and video production. Welcome to this edition of the DV Show podcast. My name is Brian. You know, there is a great amount of innovation occurring in the film and video production industry. The breakthrough of computers and cameras becoming digital production partners over the past 2 decades has led to exponential growth. And without question, the way us creative professionals create is evolving at such a rapid pace. Now, the rise of this artificial intelligence promises much more in the very near future. If you're creative in either the film or video production industries, this may well be the most important podcast you will listen to this year. Artificial intelligence will have a profound effect on how you do your work over the next decade. Machines will not replace humans, at least not in the near term, but they will become very active partners. So let's prove this on this podcast. Let's have a virtual artificial intelligence related podcast. Let's actually have artificial intelligence answer parts of this listener question for us. So we're going to use voice recognition combined with a search within a database of keywords that should trigger an automated response. Sort of like when you ask Siri or Google, she talks to you, responds to you, engages with you, and then answers your question or gives you an answer. So let's try it on this podcast. Here it goes. Okay, let's start off with the listener question. How does video editing and artificial intelligence go hand in hand?
Thanks for the question, Brian. I came up with an example from the movie trailer for the motion picture Morgan, a suspense/horror film released by 20th Century Fox.
Amy! Don't go in there!
Not only does the movie itself explore the topic of artificial intelligence, but so too does the method used to create its trailer. Described as a cognitive movie trailer, IBM Research used artificial intelligence, at least in part, to produce it.
Wow, this guy's voice sounds really cool.
That's not exactly true.
Sort of a gimmick, but amazing how it was done. They took trailers from 100 horror movies and analyzed them. IBM Research had its system review and compare the full-length feature film Morgan and identify 10 moments that would be a good fit for a trailer based on some of the best horror movies. It identified a total of 6 minutes of footage that was provided to an IBM filmmaker who produced the final edit. A link to the trailer and additional articles on the process will be available in the show notes of this podcast.
Okay, so far so good. Can you get more accurate about video editing in general?
There are already some interesting artificial intelligence video editors available in the consumer market right now, Brian. Apple's Memories
This guy even knows my
provides
name.
a great glimpse where artificial intelligence is taking editing. In very little time, you can create and select a photo album, add a music style, determine the video length and, presto, your video is created in just a few seconds. A more powerful artificial intelligence video editor is Magisto. It has patent-pending technology called Emotion Sense. A user selects photos and videos to upload to their project. From there, they can provide emotional direction through your music choices and editing styles. Many of these artificial intelligence video editing apps are popping up everywhere. Brian, do you know about Boris FX called Soundbite?
I've heard about it, but tell me more.
This amazing piece of software analyzes dialogue in a given batch of videos and then enables you to quickly search the dialogue to locate specific footage, similar to what I am doing now.
Okay, that was interesting. So here's the second part of that listener question. How will artificial intelligence affect music used in videos? All right, so for this answer, let's choose a different artificial intelligence voice.
Brian, music composition is definitely one of the areas where artificial intelligence has made serious inroads. In fact, be prepared to be blown away with what I am about to share. Meet my friend Ava, who is very capable of composing emotional music without human interaction. She will be the greatest composer in history. Here is music from her first album called Genesis.
I'm actually floored with the accuracy of this answer.
Perhaps slightly less stunning is Amper. Amper works with humans to empower them to instantly create and customize original music for their content. Think about this for a second. One of the downsides to any royalty-free stock music is that anyone else can license it too. That means your video might be one of thousands that feature the exact same soundtrack. Artificial intelligence makes it very easy to create an original music track that is also royalty-free, global, and can be used perpetually. Creating music with artificial intelligence will soon be integrated with major editing products like Adobe Premiere and Final Cut Pro.
Now that is absolutely amazing. Okay, so the third part of the question, how will artificial intelligence affect cinematographers?
One major area that artificial intelligence is already affecting cinematographers is drone aerials. A great example of just how far artificial intelligence has come in this field is the sci-fi film called Dash in the Robot's Skies, which was shot exclusively using autonomous drones. Very little human interaction was required. The trailer for the film is as fascinating as it is haunting.
This is the exact music from the trailer.
New developments in artificial intelligence technology are making it much easier to maintain framing while filming movie sequences from the sky and even the ground. Those in the know have already seen cameras and drones which can follow a person as they jog, climb or go biking, but if you turn 180 degrees away from the camera, it will film your back. Products like SoloShot and Hover Camera come to mind. They both use face detection technology and can follow you autonomously. Using a simple hand gesture, the camera will take a photo of you and your friends from the sky or on land.
Okay, just to do a disclaimer here, we did do a little bit of editing with the voice recognition, and we added some background music to make it a little bit more dramatic. But for the most part, as it seems doing this podcast, humans and our jobs appear to be safe. The machine will likely not replace us in the video production industry, but instead help us get things done faster and provide more creative options to consider. And ultimately, it's up to humans to make it as good as it can be and leverage it to the advancement of the craft that we all love. Well, that does it for another edition of The DV Show. Thanks for listening and subscribing. You know, this podcast is powered by you, the listener. You know, video production is not for everyone. It can easily become overwhelming, time-consuming, intimidating, and technical when all you want to do is create a video that works for you. The options out there are daunting, and that's why we're here. Send us your questions, click on that Ask Us button, and engage with us and our huge community on thedvshow.com. Always keep yourself on the cutting edge of this industry. Sign up for our free newsletter, and of course, get social with us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and keep your skills sharp. Get that competitive edge and be in the know before that competitive edge gets you. Talk to you next week.
For additional tips, tutorials, and to get your video questions answered, visit thedvshow.com.
Stay on the cutting edge with The DV Show.
There's a lot to think about when it comes to paying for college. And you may wonder, where do I even start? At MEFA, your Massachusetts Educational Financing Authority, we're here to help you take charge so you can plan effectively, save efficiently, and pay for college in a way that works for you. In a world that's constantly changing, we want to help you be ready for the next step in your educational journey. Get started today at MEFA.org.